I recently uploaded a video on this game, Fears to Fathom, Ironbark Lookout. I really enjoy this series. As I've said numerous times, these games are really good for, they're very breakable in some very interesting ways. While I was editing my last video, I became inspired. I had some ideas for how I could have a little bit more fun with this game. So I'm going to walk you through this game, again, from start to finish. And I'm going to show you what I have discovered. So if you're not familiar, this game is about heading to your new job as a fire watch person in a fire watch tower. And we start off with this nice, serene, peaceful drive in the countryside, which is where our fun begins. Which is, of course, to say that we're going to have a little more fun messing around with our trucker friend here. Now, I did this in my last video, and we can have a little bit of fun here, just kind of making him have his little hissy fits. But what works even better is if you get up, right up to him, toe to toe, just like this, right? Hold on, wait, this isn't... Okay, he just drove underneath me. That's not, you know, let's see if we can catch up to him. I don't know if I can turn around fast enough. That's not what I was trying to go for, but that was fun, regardless. Yeah, I think he's long gone. I don't know if I'm going to catch up to him. Yeah, he's gone. He just kind of disappears after he gets a certain distance down the road. That's okay. We'll start over. But you can see what we're going for, right? We can have some fun with this guy when we ram into him. But I'm going to show you an even better way, something we can do to have a little bit more fun with this. Because see, what's happening here is that the truck, if it gets displaced in any way, after a few seconds, it automatically tries to reset and revert to its position wherever it initially stopped. So it's happening again. So the goal is to get the RV into that space where the truck is going to reset. We're going to collide with the truck, get up and close to him like that. Then what you want to do is is you get up out of your seat. Let me back up a little bit, give him some space, try to get lined up again. And if you back up towards the back of the RV, give him some personal space, then he starts to have these little temper tantrums, as you can see. And it doesn't seem like he resets, though, if you, as the player, are directly in front of the truck, which is why you want to distance yourself either by backing up to the end of the RV or by by getting out and physically walking away. But if you're, provided that you're not like right in front of him and he keeps trying to reset into that spot where he stopped in the first place, let's just say he pitches a little fit. It's like a toddler who doesn't get his way. And let me tell you, this is just endlessly enjoyable. This is I could do this all day. I really could. Now, in my experience, he usually finds a spot where he can kind of work his way, just kind of drive around us, and that sort of ends the fun. But usually you can get this going for quite a while before that happens. And for some reason, this is the only vehicle that you can do this with in this game. All the other vehicles just go right through you. It's not half as fun as this. But boy, do I love this particular truck. See? And then after he's had his little temper tantrum, he just drives off without so much as a thank you. On to the next part. Alright, so now we're going to come to this lovely little town. We're going to take a little pit stop on our way to our new job. We're going to stop at this diner. One of the things that I figured out last time in my last video, I found out that if you come over here, if you drive up to this guy, and you enter into dialogue with him, and then drive away, and then drive around to the back of the restaurant before getting up out of the driver's seat, finishing off the dialogue. For whatever reason, doing that makes the waitress just irresistibly attracted to you. So she just tries to follow you to wherever you are, to the point of even clipping out through the doors. See, and I tried to take advantage of this to kidnap her. Try as I may, I couldn't find a way to do that. What I determined is that it seems that the NPCs are also confined by invisible barriers that are different than those that the player is confined by, and we'll see more of that later. But unfortunately, I was not able to find a way to break her through her invisible barriers. Like, I assume that's why she can't get off of this step here. And what I discovered is that you can actually shove the waitress. So I tried that too. You can shove her all the way outside, and then you can block the door, and like she'll try to walk around you to get in through the door, and of course you can push her out here. But like I said, I was not able to get her past the invisible wall, either by pushing her with my body or else with the RV door or anything like that. So unfortunately, I gave up on trying to kidnap her. I couldn't find a way to do it. Now, while it is a shame that we can't kidnap this waitress, the fact that we can shove her around means that we can include her in our, let's say, pre-dinner rituals. Oh yeah, definitely getting the hem of her skirt there. That's a lot more thorough than last time, where we just like kind of wet her shoes a little bit. And since she works in customer service, she just has to stand there and take it. She's not allowed to yell at me or anything. Now, the first thing that I did in my last video was I tried to leave my bag behind on the road. I just threw it out of the RV. It turns out that I did the bag and myself a great disservice by trying to leave it behind. Turns out this bag is our best friend in more ways than one. For starters, it can interact with different elements in the world in some interesting ways. Unfortunately, there's an invisible wall here, so I still can't get back here into the kitchen. But, you know, I can mess with these doors, and that's fun. Now, the other thing this bag can do for us, see, because there's no jump button in this game, and so you're limited to just places that you can walk up onto, steps, things like that. But with this bag, we can get a little extra height, and that lets us join these lovely folks. We can sit down with this guy, which I'm pretty sure this is Silas from later in the game. I think that's why he's got the ominous, creepy shovel with him. Oh, and is that even, I think that's even his cultist robe. Yeah, look at that. I didn't notice that before. He's got like the little cult symbols on it. Yeah, that's definitely him. He's got his potato sack for carting around dead bodies. Anyway, but using the bag, we can get up here. We can sit with our buddy Silas. We can get right up in his business. That's not a very good angle. After we've had our little meal, and I do mean after, you definitely don't want to continue driving without having the meal. If you do, the game's going to try and punish you, and it makes you drive extremely slowly. But one of the things I wanted to do in the last video but failed to do, while I was able to get outside of the map on foot, I really wanted to take the RV outside of the map. So I spent a lot of time kind of testing the invisible boundaries around each of the different sections of the game, and they are pretty much consistent everywhere. However, in this particular section of the game, this building here, next to this little church looking thing, is completely incorporeal and offers a very convenient path to get outside the boundaries of this level. Even better, it's a big enough area that we can easily fit the RV through here. Granted, you do have to carefully work your way through these trees, but once you do that, we are free and clear to explore beyond the level in the comfort of our own RV. Now, there's not much to see out here. I spent some time exploring around, trying to see if there's anything interesting. There really isn't. Not to mention, it's pretty easy to get this RV stuck on any kind of hilly terrain or around trees. But we do get to finally drive the RV off the edge of the map, which is fun. Goodbye, RV. So after our nice little rest stop in that lovely town, we come up to the ranger station where we're going to meet who I assume is our boss. He's going to give us the keys to our shiny, brand new Firewatch Tower. So the way that the game is meant to be progressed is you enter into this little shack here, and when you do, there's like a kind of a jump scare moment where the ranger guy kind of jumps out at you, which makes me wonder, is he just like crouching in there just waiting for somebody to open the door? So I think we should go and find out. Now, in this section of the game, in order to get outside of the map, what you do is you go around this side of the sign, then you kind of hug this fence here, keep going until you get to the end of this little wooden fence here, and then you're scot-free. Of course, there are a series of invisible walls out here too, so you got to kind of give the area a wide berth, come all the way out around the long way until we're able to approach the shack from the opposite side. Once we do that, if we get up nice and close to the window, we can kind of clip and see inside where we'll notice that yes, he is indeed just kind of standing there just waiting expectantly to jump out and scare somebody if they come in through the door. What a nice guy. Even better still, it's not just walking through the door here over the threshold that triggers the jump scare. I think you actually have to look at him. So if you kind of like awkwardly turn your back to him and just it played the sound. Oh, and there it is. He finally got my attention. But we just made that situation infinitely more awkward than it perhaps should have been. Now, after we trigger that initial conversation with the ranger, much like the waitress from the diner, he just kind of follows you, trying to initiate dialogue again. This game is a self-described psychological horror game. To me, though, there's nothing scarier than this guy just slowly but determinedly walking towards you through the trees. But as you can see, I walked outside of the map boundaries again. My initial goal was to try to get this guy to walk off the edge of the map with me. But this is where, like I was saying earlier, it seems that these NPCs are confined by their own invisible barriers. Trust me, I tried all over the area, but I didn't seem to be able to get him unstuck. That's weird. Are they implying that Silas hitched a ride on my camper? I want to see if he can get to me when I'm in the camper. He can probably just clip right through it. Yeah, of course. Hey, welcome to my home. That's another reason, by the way, that I determined it wasn't worth trying to continue to kidnap the waitress. Because I think even if I got her completely away from the diner, there's no way that, like, just like him, she would just clip through my camper. There's no way I would be able to get her onto the camper and, like, take her away with me or anything. So after that nice, friendly introduction to the park, we finally arrive at our new home, Tower 11. That's when we meet our not at all overbearing and bossy coworker Connor,
I don't see the smoke. Did you light it up yet?
who becomes our bestest buddy for the rest of the game. And his tower is way over there. And sure, talking to Connor on the phone is nice, but it'd be nice to meet him face to face, right? Let's go pay him a visit. It'd be rude not to introduce myself face to face, right? So in this section of the game, what you want to do is you get into the river on this side of the bridge here, head down the river a ways, and you want to get up onto this hill on the opposite embankment, make your way up the hill, and as you can see, we've already made it. We're outside of the map. Now all we have to do is go all the way over there and visit our new best friend. Now I'm starting to think that this entire job is a scam, because that's definitely not a real Firewatch tower. It's not even a real anything. It has no collision. I don't think Connor actually exists. Wait, what? What is happening? What have I done? Did I die? I was clicking around on the computer, trying to figure out what I'm supposed to trigger for the story to progress. I clicked this zombie game. Well, I opened all programs on the computer, including the zombie game. I can still hear the music from the zombie game. Everything is white like I've died and I'm ascending to heaven. There's now an invisible wall here preventing me from leaving this area, and I cannot interact with anything at all. This is interesting. I think I might have actually died. Very strange. So now that we've established that this entire job is just one big scam, we're going to jump ahead a little bit to this part with our friend the Lost Hiker.
Hello? Can anyone hear me?
And we get to this part where our boss comes knocking. Now this is another one of those jump scare parts of the game. So to make things a little bit less stressful, we're going to approach this in a little bit of a different angle. So what you want to do, see, is you get down by your oven, you click the oven door and then press escape right away to open up your phone. What that does is it lets you kind of clip through the oven door. Then you simply close it, it lifts you up on top of the oven, and then we'll just open the door from here. See, not quite as scary this way, right? Anyway, this is the part where our boss or whoever gives us the new supplies, and then he just leaves, like he doesn't even care about us. So I think we're gonna follow him. I think we're gonna go with him and see where he's going. So for this part, the invisible barrier is right about here. But what we can do is if we walk along this ledge, we take our trusty bag and we kind of angle it and throw. It might take a few tries, but that throwing motion, there we go, kind of lifts us up and over the barrier. So now we can run and catch up to our friend, see where he's going. Hey, thanks for those supplies. Really appreciate that. Can I come with you? Now I can't shove him like I could the waitress. He can shove me. I'm just gonna let him do the walking for both of us for a minute. So where are we going? Drawing silent type, I see. There he goes, stoically walking through those bushes instead of around them on this perfectly good trail, until he gets to this bridge and just kind of decides to stop existing. Alright, so now we're jumping ahead again. This is the last portion of the game where we're woken, very rudely might I add, in the middle of the night by our best pal Connor, for him to tell us that there's another campfire for us to go take a look at. Our old buddy Silas and his friends are having a little party at night. Now we got to take some incriminating photographic evidence of them. Alright, and then this is the part where you have to run for your life. Now I should have done this earlier, but this part is a lot better if you open all the shutters. You'll see why if I can get these open in time before the guy comes up here and gets me. Go, 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 go. Hide under the bed. There he is. Oh my goodness. Look at how he shoves his face under the bed. That was amazing. I've never actually done that before. I've never I've never failed that part. He just shoves his entire head under the bed. That's amazing. Okay, I'm gonna open all the shutters first this time. If you hit space while you're still in the binoculars and then just spam click, you can get like 3 pictures at once. And you're still holding the binoculars so you can get a better look at this guy coming at you. Okay, so we're gonna go hide under the bed, not make noise this time. But this is why you want to open all the shutters, because after after he walks out of the room, he just he just kind of walks around to the side of your tower there, just like fully seeing you through the windows, but he just doesn't care. Like, look at him. He can see me. He knows he can see me. He's just pretending he can't see me. It's even better if you turn on the radio. Get rid of that spooky music with some nice relaxing music. Make it almost like oddly romantic. So in this part of the game, what you're supposed to do is you come out of here. Oh no, spooky guy! And then you're supposed to sprint, and then you real quick hide in the porta potty. And then he just kind of goes away and hangs out in your shed there. And then you're supposed to leave, and then that's the end of the game. But what's a lot more fun to do, are you pouting? Are you sulking? Anyway, what's more fun to do is if you come over here trigger him, and then real quick, run and hide under the bed again. See, he's scripted to run downstairs after you regardless. So if you do this, which the game is not expecting you to do, he's all the way down there while we're safe up here in our ivory tower. And better yet, we can throw things at him. Like some of this spoiled milk. Take that, loser. I think I almost got him that time. Quick, throw this can of peas. That'll hurt it for sure. So at this point, I could just walk down and just leave. I've effectively won the game. But I want to show you something even better. We're gonna make our own ending to this game. Now, as I sort of alluded to before, the biggest mistake I made in my first video was to try and abandon this bag. This bag is our best friend. So most items, when you throw them around, they don't really do anything particularly interesting. But our bag is unique and special. And we kind of used this technique before when we got over that invisible wall so we could go hang out with our boss in the woods. But for some reason, if you take the bag and aim down and throw it, it kind of lands like behind you. And so if you take it and crouch and put it at just the right angle and throw it, then it lands, it kind of like collides with your body for a second. And that's what we used to get past that invisible wall so that we could go hang out with our boss, right? We kind of were able to jump ourselves up over the wall. Now that was helpful when the wall was over there. But at this part of the game, the invisible wall is a little bit farther. So we don't have quite the same benefit of being able to get up and over it. But what we can get up and over is this railing. So you want to put something like this nice tall gas can up in the corner like that. Then we're going to take our bag, crouch, get back up in the corner, get that angle just right while simultaneously trying to walk backwards. And there we go. We are now outside of the map, and we can go and finally check out what's going on over there, what kind of shenanigans they're up to. I don't know about you, but I'm a little disappointed in this lake. It's like 6 inches deep at best. Hey guys, you having a party without me? Looks like fun. See, I thought that they were burning a body. I think they're just about to burn a body. And if you'll notice what he's wearing, I think this is our dead hiker friend from earlier.
I'm wearing a red jacket, camo pants, and a green backpack.
Yeah, how's it going? Look, this one doesn't even have proper eye holes. He's just got like eye holes just drawn onto his mask. But like he definitely can't see out of those. None of them can. This one kind of reminds me of a rabbit. Like I guess the color of it and his little rabbit ears. And they've got like cool chain belts and little coils of rope. These guys are prepared. What a nice little band of kidnappers and or murderers. We got this little tent here. Not much going on inside there. Anyway, guys, it's been nice hanging out with you. I think I'm gonna go. Thanks for having me. They're far less intimidating and scary up close like that. I think they're secretly nice people. So obviously we've gotten outside of the boundaries of the map. We can get back inside the map through this same little gap that we used earlier next to the bridge. But the interesting thing is that when we come back up the path, we end up triggering the end of this section of the level. And we skip right here to what's effectively the end of the game. Which is kind of convenient if you think about it. We skipped that entire section with the guy chasing us up into the tower. So that's nice. We are going to get chased one more time though. Uh-oh, here he comes. So obviously we're going to want to run for our lives at this part, right? And we're supposed to get into our camper and make a speedy getaway, and that concludes the game. Instead though, I think we're going to try and juke this guy, do like a circle around the camper, and then quick back around the fence. I can hear him, it sounds like he's right on my tail. Quick, go through our little spot around the fence. I think we're free and clear. Oh yeah, look at that, he's stuck. Not so scary now, are you, buddy? Look at him. He's kind of goofy, isn't he? Oh, I'm sorry, did I make you angry? Alright, well, we're just going to leave him to do his little thing there. I kind of want to see what our boss is up to. what he's doing in all of this. I mean, the least he could have done is come out of his little shack there and help, right? With this murderer guy chasing us. Hey boss, can you come out and help? There's a murderer chasing me. Oh my goodness. There's nothing left. He moved out while I was gone. The nerve of that guy. Look, he cleaned out the entire place. I feel betrayed. I think I'm going to try and see if I can actually get to the camper now with our buddy. Where did he go? I don't like not knowing where he is. Oh, there he is. He's back. I'm going to see if I can get into the RV. Oh no, I think he's yeah, he's going to get me. Oh, he's unstuck from the fence. Back into the forest. Go, go, go. Oh, no, he got himself stuck again. Oh, okay, he can't come through this little gap in the signpost. I don't know if I'm going to be fast enough to juke him. Nope, he got me. You know what, that's fair enough. He earned it. And there you go. Ironbark. Look out. The way it was meant to be played.